Okay, so this is question number 2. In question number 2, we need to use what's called the elimination method. The elimination method is based on the idea that something is going to cancel. And it has to cancel exactly. So when you eliminate something, it means that it dies off. The problem here is that if I look at these columns, nothing eliminates. So these y's don't eliminate because 5 is not the opposite of 7. And these x's don't eliminate because 4 and 2 are not opposite, and I don't care if those eliminate. So in this problem, it's called challenging because nothing eliminates to start with. So I'm going to have to create something to eliminate. Eliminate means cancel. This is called the cancel method or the elimination method. Before I begin, I'm going to make a squiggly line and get an equation ready over here because I know I'm going to need to plug back in at the end, so I'm just going to go ahead and get it ready. And now I've got my whole graphic organizer. I need to find some way of getting a variable to eliminate or to cancel. And I propose that the easiest way to get something to cancel is to turn this 2 in 2x into 4. That way 2x and 4x will cancel. And the way to do that is by multiplying times 2. So if I put a 2 out here, now 2 times 2 would make 4. And it has to also be negative 2. The reason it has to be negative is because I don't just need to turn this 2 into 4, I also need to turn this plus into minus so that those terms are opposite and will cancel. So I'm going to write this equation down so that I can line everything up, but I haven't done anything to it. The second equation is the one that I'm changing. So I'm going to distribute. Negative 2 times 7 makes negative 14. That one just came along for the rides. This is the one that I multiplied times 2 for. So 2 times 2 makes 4, and then negative times a positive is a negative. After I times this by negative 2, now I have something that will cancel. And now I distribute to the last term as well. Negative 2 times negative 23 is positive, because negative and negative make a positive, 46. Okay, so that was the elimination method. And the reason I just did that was so that now I have something that will eliminate or will cancel. And I'm going to go ahead and do that. This cancels with that. And after I'm done canceling, I just solve for y. 95. So the solution after I solve for y is negative 5. Now I'm going to take that answer and plug it back into the original equation. Gentlemen, I don't want to have to, I'm already 2 minutes into this, I don't want to have to start it over. I'll tell all my other classes that the people that I'm talking to is my second period and who it was that wouldn't let me get through it. I could, but some people just need to stop talking. So I now know that y is negative 5, and I'm going to plug it back into this original equation that I had written up here for me. So now that I know that y is negative 5, it's going to go right there. And I put it in parentheses so that it doesn't look like 55. So now I just, I plug in and then I solve for y. So this is 25, because after I times it. And then I subtract. And then I divide. And I get x is equal to 6. So my final answer was x equals 6 and y equals negative 5, and I solved that using the elimination method.